Hi everyone, good evening once again. So as we are all waiting for Mr. Adelowo Olusegun to join us, I would like to confirm if we have all started working on the project challenge data that has been shared with everybody on this project. And let me have some questions from the people joining or who are on the call today to share what are the experience you have been having on the data. Kindly share it on the chat. Have you started working on it? And what is the issue you are having? Have you started working on the project challenge? Can you drop it on the chat? Let me know. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I've not started working on it though. I've downloaded data set, but kind of when I put it into Power BI. Okay, so I can see that a lot of people said, I have not started. Okay, Miriam, okay. All right, so Miriam, you say you are convinced. Okay, let me allow participants to talk. All right, okay, Miriam, can you speak? You can unmute yourself and speak. Let me understand your problem fully, so that maybe we can just use this opportunity to look at how we can solve. You can unmute yourself, and also Felix, can you speak? Hello, I guess someone wants to talk. Okay, let me quickly share my screen. Okay. I hope you can all see my screen. Please kindly confirm.
Yes, your screen is up.
All right, thank you so much. So this is the okay. Kindly let me drop this link to the group. So for some of the people on the call who are yet to join us on this program. So this is the dashboard. This is the page where we have the data for our visualization class that we are running. So the challenge has started. People have already started working on this data. This is the information part. This is the data set for the challenge. So what you just need to do with this data, click on download. When you click on download, okay, let me do it this way. So just right click on the data. Somebody is unmuting his. All right, so people won't do the stop all with noise again. So I've muted everybody. So now what you need to do, right click on the data. You can download all the data like this. So this is the data. So the data is speaking to a data that has been extracted from a report. We have a gender report of male and female for almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For almost 7 years, which is about 2 years interval. So we have data on this. Then we have the data that is speaking to adult population. We have data that is speaking to the age group. We have the data. So we can see that there is something common about this data. Then we have data that is talking to income. We have the year, the formal sector. We saw that in the year 2020, the formal sector, the people that own business, this is their percentage based on the population that we have. So what we just need to do, you need to find a way to transform this data and link this data to your, you already have your, let me go to another. Okay, so one thing that you need to do, you can download the data, download the data as an Excel file. Download the data as an Excel file on your local computer. You can download data on your local file. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, I think. All right. So, okay, I think I've resolved the issue. I'm having issue from my second phone that I used to connect. So that has been resolved. So now you can download the data as a CSV, as a cell. Then you can click on the second data, click open. This second data is only, you can see that this second data has the data of just 1 year, only has the data for 2020 alone. While this other data set here is having a data from 2008 to 2020. Well, what this is speaking to is that this particular data set 1 year is telling you that this data, you can compare the data by trend. You can compare many years. Why only the data of 2020 is speaking to only 2020 data? If you look at it, you can see that this data also has some information about state. It's a state financial inclusion. So that's what this one is speaking to. So you can see we have a state. So we have different, okay, let me hide this. Okay. So we have different states. This is the total adult population per state. This is the amenity that we have per state. We have the states by the population of Benue State. 94 of them have okay facility. The water, all the data is speaking to is that among the population of Benue State, 16% of them has a pipe-borne water, borehole or hand pump. Sanitation, so that is amenities. Frequency of income. This data is telling us that in Benue State, 22% of population in Benue State is having their daily, weekly source of income, while 40% of them have about 35,000, less than 35,000. So that's so you can see many insights you can drive on this dashboard. So for you to understand what each of the data is speaking to, you need to download this data set too. You can download this. You can download this data set too. So when you have a data for a dashboard, it doesn't matter, like it's not important for you to, let me download this and Okay. So I want to quickly reshare my screen so that you can all see what I'm doing better. I hope you can all hear me now. So,
Yes, we can hear you.
all right, thank you so much. So we have this. So this is the data set. So I'm going to download this data. So I'll click. So I'm downloading the first data here. Let me download this data so that I can open it on an Excel file so that you can all see it. Where is this one? Okay. Sorry, this thing, it doesn't allow me to download multiple files. Okay. So I'm downloading this data. So I'm clicking on the metadata too. So this metadata here is speaking to the meaning of each of the data. Is speaking to each meaning of each of the data. Because see that the male and female is talking to men and women. Age group is talking about adults who are in this category. Income that we are seeing in the data is speaking to the population. You can read all this metadata. So it's speaking to each of the data you have in that variable. So this will help you to understand what is actually you are dealing with in your data set. So that's the importance of this financial health category. So you need to review all this metadata to understand what is the meaning of each of the data so that it will help you to guide your dashboard when you are building it. I hope that is clear. So now, what I will now be doing now is that I will download this. I don't need to download this metadata, but if you need to review it, you can just download it. But I will just walk you through some of the people that say they have challenges on this data. So let me go to the file that I have this data. Let me go to the file that has this data. For data challenge. Okay. So this is the two data. So this is the two data. So you can just open it so that you can see the data. So I'm trying to open the data now. So enable the data. So you can see all the data you can see this data. This one is speaking to state level. This data here is speaking to state level. So you can look at the second data. Let's check the second data too. Okay, this one, I'll open this one. Okay. Let me check the second one. So this is the second data. So this is the second data that we are looking at the other time. So what you need to do is that First of all, you need to understand your data. What are the things you need to do? Understand what is common among all of these data. If you look at all of these data, there is something that is common among all of them. If you are to build your relationship based on what the instructor has been teaching you, you need to understand something that is common. You can see that year is common among all the data set that you are having. Year is common. So you need to understand what is common among all the data so that when you are building your relationship, it's going to help you. So let's open our Power BI. So I'm going to launch my Power BI. So we are just going to build maybe one small dashboard so that each and everybody on this call, Mr. Bukumi, kindly help us drop the link to the data sets, the link to Project Participation Dashboard Challenge. Drop it to the group. I would like the cohort people to start showcasing what they've learned at the end of this class today. So I will also share the short brief of what we have done today. I always share with everybody so that we can all have something to work with. So one of the things I need to do now is that I'm going to go into transformation. I'm going to go and pick the data that we have. I'm very sure that you understand how to import data. So kindly drop, I would like to see people to type if they understand how to import data into Power BI. Kindly type yes, I know how to import. Let me see if you all know how to import. So if you don't know, kindly type I don't know so that I can briefly speak to that. Okay, yeah, I can see that you know. All right. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to new source. When I go to the new source, I will click Excel workbook. You understand that the data I imported, the data I downloaded the other time, I downloaded it as an Excel file. So that is why I'm going to import Excel file. So now I want to work on the data that has year trend data set. So I'm importing that as one of my first data. So let's wait for it to load. So we can see that the data is loading. So now that we have our data loaded, we can see that we have so many variables. So what I just need to look at, we can look at all of this data. If you click them one by one, you see so many, you see the way you look, you see it. This is the data. You can check them one by one to see them. You can check them one by one to see what is there. You can check it one by one. You can check all of them. So I'm going to import all the data so that I can analyze them. So I'm importing them now. So I need to checklist all of them before I can be able to import them. So I need to do it for all of the data. So sorry that we might spend a little minutes like my spending we're supposed to finish this class by 6, just a 1 hour session. But due to what we are trying to achieve, we might spend some minutes extra to the time that we are meant to close. So I just want us to get some concepts. So I don't need to report. So I will just click OK. So if you are having questions as you are going, you can kindly be dropping your questions so that if there is anything you don't understand. So let's wait for the data to load. Now that our data has loaded, so I will be doing data transformation. As you are being told, some of the time on the Power BI, if you are working on Power BI development, you spend so much time in Power BI in developing your Power BI development. You spend so much time in development of your data. So let's look at this. So let me quickly clear my data first. So I can see that this data has a lot of So not to waste much of our time, you can see that where we have our data is only on the column 1 and column 2. So what I need to do is that click on column, the first column, click on second column, right click, then click on remove other column. When you remove other column, it will save you the stress of deleting one after the other. So you can all see that this, you have removed the other column. Then the next thing I need to do is that, let me remove no, click on here. Click on the year, remove checklist, the uncheck the no. So you clean this data. Then since I'm going to use year, I'm going to use it as my ID. So I'm going to make it a test. So I've formatted this. So this one has been cleaned. This is adult population. Let me go to the age as well. I can see that age as well. Age as a column 1, column 2 is what is at the top of the age. So I will click on, I will go to transform. I will try to, I want to make the age group here and here to be the column heading. So I will click, since it's only one column that is ahead of it, I will go to use first row as header. So when I click on that, you can see that I've used first row as header. So you can see that we have, we don't have any data for 2008. So I'm going to remove this part. Okay, before I remove that, let me, what I need to do now is that let me remove no that we have on this. Let me remove this no. So now I've removed no. So now look at this age group. This is year and this is value. These are the value. So I want to make sure that the age group and the year, they come side by side. So what I need to do here, I'm going to do on by fourth column. But if I need to do on by fourth column, I have so many columns here. I have so many columns I want to on by fourth. But for me to be selecting this column one after the other, like selecting like this, it's going to take me a longer time. But as an expert on this field, what you need to do, click on the column that you don't need, and like age group, then click on by fourth other column. It will help you to on by fourth where we have year. You can see now, I now have year. And they have population here now. Population is now here. Population. I now have population here. So what I need to do now is that, let me check if I have any node here. You can see that there's no node value here again. So I can click OK. So what this means is that this data has been done, it has been cleaned. That is what this one means. So I can, okay, sorry. I want to turn this one to whole number instead of decimal. I want to put it to a whole number. So this, you have cleaned this data, that one has been cleaned. So this is a calendar year. I can remove, this one just to speak to year. So let me remove no for this one. Then I can make it a test so that it won't be doing, if I don't make it a test, it will be summing up each other, which is not what I want. So that's why I want to do that. So the next thing that we need to do now is to go to the, let me go to the adult population here. So the adult population, I can see this is the population of the adults. So what I need to do here, let me remove no. So most of the things you need to do to check your data, remove no and change the variable. You see this one is in a percentage. I need to put this one into percentage. So those are the little data cleaning that you need to do. Digital, or this is digital, then remove no. I hope we also, if you have a question, be dropping it on the chat. So remove no. So we need to do this basically for almost all of the data. Change this one to test. Then the one that is this one, you turn it to percentage. One that is in percentage. So this particular one, you can change it to whole number as you might do fit. This is financial need. So this is financial need. First of all, remove this null as well. You can see that most of the data have null. So the reason why this is a real life data, like real life data set that is very good for everybody to practice. Yeah, I promise you, if you are able to find your way to lay your hand on this data, and you are able to do something very good with it, you actually enjoy it. So based on this data, you can see that we have financial health dimension, we have year, we have low score, medium, and high score. So it is very good if you can take year, rating, and value as a column. So in that case, I'm going to 1 by 4 these three because they are part of the thing that need to be transformed. So I'm going to 1 by 4 them. So I'm 1 by 4 it now. You can see now, I can leave this as level of financial health. So and this is the financial health percentage. Let's say financial health rate. So you can see this as a rate. Then I can look at this as a financial score. So with all this thing we are doing, you already started. This is what you call data cleaning. You can change. I forgot to change this to percentage. I can do that with this one here. So you might spend like 15 or 10 minutes on cleaning this data. So I can do that for this one too. I'm going to do it for this one. What I did to that one, I'm removing the null. So I'm going to be faster so that we can do something meaningful within short period of time. And also, maybe at the end of this class, let me change all the year to test so that when we are working with it, it will not be giving us addition. When we are not adding the year together. So I'm removing null. Okay, let me first of all change this one to test. Then I'm removing the null value. Reference. Then I'm removing null. So I'm removing null. So you can see that this is a financial rating that we did financial health rating that we did the last time. So I'm going to 1 by 4 this as well. 1 by 4 column. So I can call this one level as well. Level. Then I change this one to, this one is year. I mean to write level here. Level of financial capability. So financial capability. So financial capability. So we have this. So this one is as well. You already have this one in this format. So I will do it this way. So we have this. I can turn this one to percentage. So the next thing is gender population. So we can look at the gender population. You can see that the heading is on 1. So what you need to do, come to transform. When you come to transform, use first row as header. So you click on that, it will take it to the top. Then you can see that we need to remove other columns that are not other rows that are not gender. So when you have done that, you can see that you have all your year trend. This is the year trend. So when you have done with that, you need to do your transformation. So it is advisable when you realize that this particular gender that you have here is the major work thing that you need to work with. So what you just need, instead of you to click this, just click on 1 by 4 other column. Normally, if you click this other one, if you click here, you just need to click by 4th column. You just need to click by 4th column. You just need to click, 1 by 4th column. But if we can type your population here for population. So we have income score. So this is the income score. So the income score as well, you see that we have a lot of null. So you remove null here as well. So you need to be aware that one of the things that we want you to learn for doing this project is how to clean data. This is one of the things that is very important. Because any data, if you call yourself a Power BI analyst or BI analyst, and you don't know how to clean data, you are just trying to give yourself a lot of stress. So you need to understand what are the transformations you need to do when you are analyzing the data. So which one of the things that is very important. So now I'm going to on my fourth order column here too. So you can take, so now if you remember from the you see, look at the formal sector home business. Let's go to the, if you look at this place, formal sector, here you have formal sector home business. Let me check. You see now formal sector home business, you can see it, the meaning of it, you can see the meaning of each of the variables for a metadata. If you go to the metadata, you can understand what it means. So this means that this is an income source. This heading means that it's an income source. So you can use that opportunity to understand what is each of the variable. So you can use that to name this place that this is an income source. Then this is the percentage. This is a percentage of income source. So if you look at this, let's look at this once again. You can look at adult population who have received salary wages as their main income. Adult population receive salary wages from individual. So percentage. So this one is talking about percentage of the population. Income percentage. Okay, we can just call it let's just call it percentage of population. So this is just a percentage of population that received that particular. So let's look at this. Okay, let's check if there's anything we need to transform again from here. So we need to change this one to percentage. We need to change percentage. And we should not forget that we are changing the year to test. So I'm working on the landscape financial growth. So the landscape financial growth. So now if there's another thing you need to notice here, in this particular one here, we have landscape financial growth. Let me remove law here. So when you remove law, so you see this particular one, look at this category here, total, and we have a column, another column here. So what I need to do is that, let me go to transform, make the first, this one as a column, because see, we have a lot of other column that is not being useful. So check your column very well. Any other column that you are not using, remove it so that it won't mess up your work. So remove column. So when I've removed the column, so now we look at this. We have 2016 here, 2018 here, 2020 here. So what this means that if you go to your financial inclusion data, landscape of financial, let's look at it. What the data, the person that prepared this data, what they mean is that it means that 2016 is the whole of this one, 2018 is the whole of this one, and 2020 is the whole of this one. And most people, they normally use this format. In their Excel. They use match to indicate that this data meant for this. I hope we all know that. So since we've seen that this is the situation here, so what you need to do, you know that 2016 is supposed to fill all this place. So what you need to do, right click on the bare column, right click on it. Now go to fill. You will now see that fill down, fill up. Fill down means that if you use fill down, it's going to fill all this log by 2016. 2018 will fill all this one. But if you use fill up, fill up means that 2018 will come up. So now let's see how this one, let's see how it works. So I'm going to use the fill down. Because fill down is the correct stuff that I'm supposed to use. You can see now that 2016 has come down, which is one of the things that I'm thinking Miriam said she's confused about, which is normal. And it's part of the thing, the expectation we are expecting from each of the participants. We want you to be very good by the time you finish working with some of this data. That is the expectation. So you want to change all of this. So this data has been flow. So we have the landscape of financial service. So the same procedure that we have taken to use on this. So remove this, load more. So remove more that we have here. When you remove more, so the next thing you need to do, make the first one, the first column as first row as a column header. Then we have done that. Then check if there's any extra column that needs to be removed. Then when that has been discovered, then import other column so that year can be, you can transform your data appropriately. Then put year. Then landscape financial service, percentage of, this one is cross, percentage of population, percentage. So instead of writing whole percentage, we're going to have population. So you can drop this here like this. So you can have the, you can have, I hope we are all following. So if you have any question, you can always drop it. So we are almost done with data cleaning. So this is the, so I'm working on, I'm moving 2018 here. So I'm taking this one as percentage. Let me turn it to percentage. Then we have this here. So we have the, so this is how you are going to clean all the data. So this is how you need to clean all the data that we have. We need to explore the test all your data cleaning skill. So another data cleaning skill, what we are doing here now. So I'm going to unpipe this column. So when you unpipe this column, you can see that we don't have year separated here. You can see that everything is modeled up here. So now I want to separate this year from the financial health status. So I'm going to right click on the top. Then you're now going to look at splits. You look for splits. So look for splits. So if you can't find splits, so what you need to do is that come to the transform. When you come to transform, you will see splits. So this is where we have splits. You come to splits. So split by delimiter. So you want to split this here from this particular variable that we have here. So you see now, split by space. I want to split it by space. Space is the appropriate thing to you. But I don't want to split from, we have in two space in between. So I don't want it to affect the first space. So I will now say, don't split from the left, split from the right. So if I say you should split from the right, if we start the splitting from 0 to 0 2, you can see where you started from here. So we can say the financial status. Financial status. So you can have financial status here. Then you can have your year as usual. Then you can change your year to test. Then you can change your value, change it to percentage. Then you can change it to percentage of population, percentage of population. So you can change this one to percentage of population. So you have for the levels of financial level of financial need of age group. So you can see this is the age group as well. Let's say we have law here too. You can see we have law here. Then you can look at the age group. So the age group, you can see that we need to split the age group as well. We need to split. You can look for splits here, split by delimiter. So if you remember what we did the other time, so you split by delimiter, so that by the right delimiter, so that it will not affect the spacing between here. You can see that we've done that. So this has been splitted, then age group. So I'm going to take this one here. Then I'm going to change this one to year. I'm going to change this one to year. I'm going to change this one to whole number, where I change this one to percentage, percentage of population. I change this one to percentage of population. So you do it for almost every other thing here, what we have just done there. So this is for country. You remove law if there is law. Then you come to, you have removed law. I've received the bank. This is the percentage of bank and non-bank. So since you have bank on bank, you have it at the top here. It is polite to have your data being transformed by this, so that all the financial need status, they need to be on a simple category. You can name this one category of financial statement. When you have done this, so you so let me share. I think my internet lost a bit. So the next thing you have here is we have for the employment status as well. You can see for the employment status, we have employment type, category, check for the category. Where do we have no? You can see that we have no here, remove no, then look for, so data cleaning is one of the things that data analysts or business analysts spend much of their time. You can people clean your data, you need to understand what are the things you are trying to solve. So that is going to help you on how you are going to clean your data. So look at this, we see that there is a lot of column that is not necessary here. So what you need to do now is that you need to identify the column that you need. I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. So if you check other columns, you don't need them. The way I select this column is by clicking Control and use your left click to pick it. So right click on any of them, remove other column. So when you remove other column, you see that all of those columns are gone. Then change this one to percentage. You can rename it to percentage of population, but not to waste much of our time. I will not be doing with that much. So let me check. So now if you look at this data that we have here, you can see that we have here this being attached to this one, which is one of the things we are expecting you to crack. So come to the limiter, split it by the limiter, then use leftmost the limiter. Then using leftmost the limiter, then you can see that sector follow it. There is something you can see sector. You can see sector following some of this data. So what you need to do is that we identify the place that we have sector. So you can right click on this data, click replace value. So when you click replace value, so you can replace anything like this. So let's come here. So you can replace, let's assume like this, like you replace sector by like this. You can do it like this. So you can see that all the places that we have sectors. Let me go back here to confirm. Okay, you can see that almost when we have sectors, okay, what I've done is right. So let's replace sector by empty. When you replace sector by empty, it appears across all board. So this has been done. So we have this. Then change this one to change the heading to here. So you change the heading to here. You change this one to financial employment type. Then you have your percentage. So for the gender as well. So we almost have similar scenario for gender. So this one we have here. We have this. Then you take this one out. You split based on what we have here. You split by right delimiter, so that you'll be able to then change this one to here. So I can see that we already have our instructor on the call to Mr. Adelowo. You can mute so that we can have conversation with you. We realize that the network is really bad today, like it's really terrible. So we just trying to improvise on other lessons, the cohort class. I don't know if you can hear me, Mr. Adelowo.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you imagine I was talking? I don't know that I've been cut off by the network.
Wow, that's actually.
It was when it was almost to 6, like maybe 5 minutes to 6, that I discovered that I was just talking to myself.
Wow.
So sincere apology to the class. I don't know what DSN can do to probably make up for this.
Yes. We can. I don't know if you will chance this Friday or we can have it next week Wednesday too. It's fine.
Next week Wednesday. Okay, let's next week say to be fine.
All right. So we see schedule another class in this class.
Please, I will appreciate that sincerely.
Yeah, sure, that will be possible.
My sincere apology to the whole class. I don't know, network decided to.
Exactly. That's the network will be very funny most times. Very funny. So at least it's still a blessing in the for the team. At least they can still leverage on some of the. So Mr. Adelowo, I was asking them on their project participation challenge to identify some of the challenges they are facing. So some of them mentioned about this data cleaning of the team. So that's why I was trying to walk them through that it's actually a small thing for this data cleaning. It's not a big. What they are cleaning in this data is something very simple. Which is what I've been walking them through.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I don't know if anybody has a question on what we have been doing so far, like based on the way we have been cleaning this data. So you can see that all the data is already been cleaned, like is just like a simple click and drop that we have been doing. We have not written any code, so it's not all the time you write script. So this just for you to understand that it's not every time. It's not like maybe you are doing very big thing. So you can change this to one number and change this. So we have a null here. So you can understand. You can go and look for the null follow and check it so that it won't affect your report. Okay. So we're almost done with the data cleaning. We have only state and financial assets that are remaining. So I'm removing the null here. So as our instructor actually promised us, so we'll be having the schedule of the session again next week, Wednesday. So I'll be expecting a high turnout of many of the participants to be on the call that day. It's going to be one of the fantastic sessions with our board facilitator. I'm very sure we have already learning one or two things today based on the chip and chip that we have. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. I just confirm my schedule now. Friday should be fine.
This Friday?
Yes, please.
It should be fine.
Yes.
All right. So definitely, so we need to for this session. So we send the calendar invite for the cohort participants so that we can. So we definitely share the invite to the cohort participants again so that they can all be aware in advance. So that will be done today, family. So I'm removing the null. So just the way we have been using split, you can see that this format of splitting is common across board. This is to give you want this repetition to master you so that you'll be able to master that, okay, this is how to do it, this is how to do it. So when you do something 2 or 3 times, it becomes part of you. You see that's one of the things we want you to understand. So financial, then you call this on category. We'll call this on category. Then change this on to percentage. So as I've rightly said before, we are going to maybe so that we can just do 1 or 2 tricks of the dashboard so that we can all at least benefit some additional things to what we have been learning. So let me change this one to percentage. Okay. So we've considered we've cleaned all our data. But if I want to ask, so for all the participants on the call, what do you think is common most in some of these data? What do you think is common that we have seen across all data? So somebody asked, how am I doing the 1x4 column? So this is how to do the 1x4 column. You click on the variable. You click, let's assume you want to 1x4 this. What you don't need to do, like assuming you want to 1x4, okay, let me do this. Let me return this. You can see that we have this low medium, and high. You know, we have these three variables. So I want to run pivot it. The three variables that I want to run pivot is those variables you select. See, click on it. You put, first of all, click on your control keyboard. If you are using window, click on your control window, then click on that variable, on that column, click on them. So you select it. When you've selected it, just right click on it. When you right click, you see this coming out, then click on pivot column. You see that everything will pivot. Another thing you can do, when you change this transform, when you've selected the column, go to transform, then go to look at the under the any column. You see pivot column here. If you want to see more function, you can click here. You see pivot column. You see now it has been done. So that's how to do pivot. So I hope that is clear. Percentage of population. So that's how to do pivot column. So I would like to take maybe just 30 seconds. I want to power this laptop. So, let me. Yeah. Okay. So sorry for that. Nigeria has got to recharging almost all the time. So now we have all our data being transformed. So let's close and apply. So let me quickly close and apply. So we are just going to build maybe a mini dashboard for this so that you can just have experience of the class. So you can still drop your message. You can drop your message. So as one of the things that our facilitator has been working you through today is to identify, okay, I have a question before a little bit. Now, what is common in most of the data? What is the importance of one pivot column? Why do we need to one pivot column? Okay, the importance of one pivot column is as a data analyst. I don't know your background in data analysis, or maybe if you study statistics or any presentation of your data. If you want to present the data, there is a format your data needs to be. You have a low, you have, let me show you, let me look at one of the Excel table here. So let me check here. You have this, let me financial check. So let's see, let me. So okay, I can't get this data. Okay, it's here. Okay, it's here. Let me use this data. So financial rating score, yeah, let me use it. So now look at this. We have low, medium, and high. And if you want to compare, let's plot this chart. Let's plot this chart using our normal typical Excel. Go to insert, go to charts, go and select a chart. Okay, let me just take it out like this. Let me just take it out like this. So let's assume we want to plot these charts. So they are working on the video. So the video will be uploaded so you can see it. Look at what we have here. You see the way these charts, look at the way these charts show. Look at the way it shows. You see the way that is not properly done. Or let me actually even take this one out. So let me show you another thing. Look at this. let's show you the way this one will turn out. You see, the way we have this data, we have low, medium, and high. You can see that when we have the data being separated like this is when we have the data. It shows this how it shows this data. But another time, if you have another thing you want to do with the data, let's assume you want to present the data in another format inside Power BI. For the data to come out like this in Power BI, you need to have it in a way that's going to be like this. Like all these data have to come in this sense. You see, I don't know if you are in Power BI, we call something transpose. Transpose is just similar to when we are working with Power BI, when we are using Python. So it's almost similar. Let me copy this. Let me paste it for you in transpose. It's almost similar. It's almost similar to where we are using this in Power BI. But let me just walk you through all those things that we transform in the Power BI. You see the way they look, the way they all look, and then for us to create a relationship between the data. You understand? We cannot create a relationship between a column. Like we cannot create a relationship between all these columns. Let me show you another thing that we need to know. Look at this. Importance. You ask for importance of 1.14 a column. Like now, I have low, medium, and high. I have it here. And when you come to this place, I have low, medium, and high. I have it here. So it's not possible for me to create a relationship between this one that is up here, between this one that is hanging at the top, and the one that is hanging at the row at the row level. Just look at this one. This one is standing under a row, while the other one is standing at the column. It's not possible for me to create a relationship. So for me to build a relationship between them, I need to ensure that all my data are in the same order. So everything have to be in a column like this. So that's one of the important things, so that I can create a relationship between the pages. That is important of me doing that. So now, so you can see that most of our variables, they've created relationship around here. So most of this is the data modeling that our facilitator is actually trying to walk you guys through. Well, I think you did this last week. You did how to create a data modeling, like creating a relationship between your data. So I'm very sure he has walked you through this. So you can see that all these data are forming relationship. But there's a lot of things to learn about how creating a relationship. You can see that all of the data that I have here, they all form a relationship with this. There are some too that I have here that are not form a relationship with this. But this is a lot of things to discover. We cannot cover it in a short time. But I will just try to walk you through a way to create a relationship very easy. So come to manage relationship. If you come to manage relationship, you can begin to look at your relationship, if it's actually proper or not. So you can see that adult population and calendar year already form relationship. Age group and calendar year already form relationship. But some of the ones that are formed relationship, if there's any relationship you don't want to be formed, you can click them. And if you double tap it, you see it. Like if I don't want this one and this one to form relationship, and what I just need to do, come to I don't want all this. I only want the relationship between calendar year and other variable. I don't want any of the variable to create a relationship between each other. I don't want financial and adult to create a relationship between each other. I will just delete it. I will delete all this relationship. So that's one of the things I want to do. I don't want them to create a relationship between each other. I don't want all this one to create a relationship between each other. So I can delete all of this. So you need to set up your relationship. So we are still going to maybe talk about it another time when we are doing our final review. But this is one of the things you need to know. So I'm not going to finish with all of this. So level of financial assets by year. So let's just create a dashboard with all of our data. So this is one of the relationship you can create. So by next class, I'm very sure we're still going to learn much more. But just for us to have a sense of a dashboard. So I'll be creating just a sample dashboard with our financial assets by year. Let me look for it. Financial assets by year. Where is it? Yeah, the financial assets Let me check. Okay, so this is financial assets by year. So let's just create a mini dashboard in the next 10 minutes. So if you want to create a dashboard, you need to have a sense of how you want to format your data, how you want your data to look. So one of the things I just need to do, come to insert, pick up of any of these variables. I don't want to, you see this filter, it always disturb me. So one thing I always do, come to display, come to view, click. You see this thing is, you see that it's showing a background, it's showing that this data is being used. So I've taken it out, you will not see it again. So I want to quickly create a dashboard. So this is one of the simplest methods to create a dashboard. You can, depending on what you want to do, then you can paste it. You can, so I've dropped that. So another thing you need to do, let me pick another shape that I like. I like using this shape. I've made a mistake. So this one has come out. So, okay. What is wrong? All right. So let use this. So let's use this. Then let's pick another shape. Let's pick this shape. Let's pick this shape. So I'm just going to do maybe one small dashboard sheet for us. So we have, I need about 5 cards. So this card is too big. So let me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I already have about 5 of them. So this is too large. So come to general and click on them. So when you click on property, you can reduce the width. Let me turn it to 180. So turning it to 180, I can take it to like this. I can have it like this. I can have it like this. I can have it like this. I can see that the 180 is too much. You can right click it like this too. You can use this method to right click it. Let me take it to 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like 200 want to be okay. So I can use 200 as it. So you use your normal shaping exit to just do this. So I've done this. So I can still create another shape. Let's say I want to show the trend line. If you want to show your trend line to see how this thing is working, you can still want to look at some other thing. But I still want to look at, maybe you want to look at some things here. You want to look at this. I want to look at, maybe there's something else you want to look at. You can still want to, let's say you want to look at something like this. So you can right click everything, then come to style, remove borderline. Then I like using shadow, so I'll create a shadow for it. So you have done this, so you need to, then, so I'm going to change the height of this. So I'm going to change the height of this. So what we need to do now is that, let me take this one a bit down. So now let me look for the financial year. So let's say I want to create a filter. I need a filter. I want a filter to be here. I want this year to be here. I want this filter to be here. Then I want to change this one to drop down, to be a drop down. Then I can have this one here. You can do something that's going to stay up here. I can see that this one is going to take much space. So I'm going to reduce this. So So let me group this. Let me group this. Let me group this so that so I'm going to take this one a bit down. So yeah. So this we have this here. So one of the things I need to do, let me change the page color, background color of the page. Let me change to something more darker. If you didn't, then I can make all of this one. Let me turn this one to, let me change the background of this shape. Let me change the style, come to style, change it, let me change it to pure white. Let me change this one to pure white. So I can change this one to any color that I like to. Let me change this one here. Let me change this one to, maybe, let me look at maybe this kind of color. Let me change this. Maybe if you are the type that like purple, let me use green. Sorry, let me style. Let me go and look for green color. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. Then let me look at this. Then you can change the color of this one too. You can change the color of this one too. Let's say you change this one to, let me come back here. So I want the color of this one to be more lighter. So I'm changing this color of this one to this. While I maintain a darker color for this one. So undo. Is this particular one I want to change the color of? So I'm changing color for this. So I'm going to make it, let me make it small, let me make it transparent. I can make it transparent. Depending on how you want to do it. I can make it to be like this. Then when this is done, so you can format the filter you have here. You can format this filter. The way you format the filter is by clicking the filter, come to slicer setting. I can make this one to, let me come to slicer setting. Okay, slicer head. Let's check the slicer head. Let's check what is in here. The head is okay. Come to background. Okay, let's check this border. Effect, okay, the background is at the effect here. So what we need to do here, let me close this one. Slicer head is here. Let me change the slicer head color to white. Let me change the text, the selection. So let me click for color. So let me check here. Okay, text color. I can see the background for the border. Okay, background for this one to be white. Background for this one, I can make it to be green. So I've done this. So I can see this one has been formatted. So this from here, I can have another filter here too that is speaking to financial assets. And speaking to financial assets, I can drop it. I can remove this. You can see that everything is working. You can decide to format this too. You can decide to format the background, to format it to make it to have a shadow, so that it can be transparent when you are working with it. Then you can insert your heading. You can insert your heading. Financial information by then type of financial level of financial assets by year. Then you will increase your font size. Let's say you use 24. And then one of the things you need to do, centralize. Then come to your color, change your color to something to make sense. Bold your work. Then come to what other thing can we do? Let's remove the background so that you can have this. Then you can have this. So another thing you can see do now is that, okay, let's look at what type of chart can we do with this. You need to write your measure. You can write, so if you can write, there is something I will write, see, there is a way you write a measure. If you come to this place, financial assets here, come to this place, there is a way Power BI help you to write a measure. So let's check what is happening. So we can see that our financial assets have a lot of blank. So we need to come to Power Query to check what is happening. We have a lot of blank on our financial assets by here. So we can see that we have a lot of blank. You can see the value is 30%. If value is about 27%, remove the blank that we have there. So now that we have removed the blank, let's go back to the Power BI. Then when you are done, go back to, so now if you go back, you see that we have financial, bank, formal, no bank. So there is a way you write a measure to get the value for those years. So now what you need to do is that, like you can come to Power BI here. Let's write, you can write a measure, click on that population, click create a new quick measure. Creating a new quick measure, this is how you create it. You come to calculation, you can look for it here. You can look for total for category, total addition. You can click addition, you can see a lot of things you can do. You can click addition, sum of population. You now drop the population here, or drop the population, and drop it here. If you calculate the total sum of population, if you even give you the formula that was used, you can see it. You can give you the sum of population, you can see it. It's do the sum of all the population here. But normally, the way you can do it is this. You can type your total population. You can type your total population to be equal to sum of, you can write your formula. Sum of, they look for financial, let's look for financial assets. Let's look for it. Financial assets. Okay, you just need to look for this column. So let's say LFI, financial assets, LFI, financial assets. Okay, this is the one we are, okay. Sorry, the population I'm looking for, financial assets by population. So I type population. This is the total population that we have. This is total population. You can see it here. So we have the total population. So I've only dropped the, if you remember, I only dropped these angles here. I've not dropped the measure. So I'm going to look for card. So I'm dropping cards. I'm going to drop it here. I'm going to drop card here. So this one is going to give us, this one. So you can see that this is total sum. This is total sum that it gives us. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to format it. Reduce the fonts to maybe something about 20. 20 is too small. Let me say 30. 30 is too big. Let me say 25. So 25 is okay. Then what I need to do is that sorry, I stopped sharing. Let me share it again. I wanted to make another thing. So I'm going to click on, let me change the category. If you can change the color, you can change the color to white. So change the label color to white. Then we've done that. Then come to general, come to effects, change the background. So you can do this. You can do this like this. We have this. So you can copy this and paste it across. You can copy and paste it across. And paste it across. And paste it across. You have this. So what you don't need to do is to be writing measure for the other variable. So now, let's say you want to get the financial asset. But one thing I want us to do, this filter, I want to set this filter so that the selection will only be for 1 year. So you can give me the population for that year. So I've already clicked that. So one thing I need to do is that this financial assets here, I want to calculate for each of these. I want to calculate the total number of banks, total number of former, total number of informal. But the simple way you can still do this, you can come to this, you can click on financial assets that have all those categories. Right click on the 3 dots, come to new quick measure. If you come to new quick measure, come to filter value. Then you click on filter value. Click on financial assets that you want to calculate. So based on value, I want to calculate this based on total population. So we want to calculate by total population, or let's say we want to calculate it by score, by percentage of the score here. Let's do that. So let me use financial assets here. So I click on bank. So I want to select the total bank, the percentage of total bank. So it will calculate the formula for me. So you can see that the Power BI is calculating the percentage bank. You can see the percentage bank is this. You can see that this is a bank percentage. This is the bank. The total that was bank. You can see it here. This is the total percentage that was bank. So you can control copy and leave it. You can see it. So now let's drop it here. You see the percentage that is bank. You can see that only 21% is bank. You can see it like that. 21. Then this thing is showing like too many decimal places. So reduce this. Reduce this. When you reduce it, you see the way it will go. You can see that 21% is bank. Among this 86 million, you have 21% that is bank. So there is another shortcut you can use. This formula, you can keep this formula here. Let's look at this. Let's look at what we have here. You can see that we have former, informal here. So copy this data. Let's check it. So copy this data like this. Come to this place. We have former bank. Let's copy this. I just need this bank, former, informal. These are the things we need. We need this. We want to calculate for former, informal, financially excluded. We want to calculate this one too. So I'm deleting this other one. So in this formula that we have here, you can be changing this. You can be changing this formula. Like what I mean is that changing this, copy this. In the formula of the first one, you can drop this here. You can drop this. You can drop this here. Then you can rename this. You will rename it formula. So you can rename it there. So let's see. You see that it will calculate what we are looking for. So for this other one, you can come to click here. You can click on new measure. New measure. So instead of writing the formula from afresh for the other one, You can just be copy and paste. So former order, if you click it like this, you already do that on your notepad, so it will just work. So drop it here. You'll see that it has worked. You just drop it here. So we have less than 20 minutes. So to round it everything up. So let me change it to percentage as well. So let's see. You can see this has been done. So let's do for the second one too. So we've done for the non-bank. Let's do for formal, informal, the people that are informal. Let's change this. So I'm very sure in the next class they will teach you how to do DAX. That's why I don't want to go. If you are to be teaching DAX today, you might not live here. So I just want us to give you some tips and tricks. So click on new measure again. Click on new measure. You can paste it, then you can drop it. And another thing I observed is that you see that this informal that we did is too long. It's too long. You can reduce it by removing some of the other variables so that you can contain it. So this one that we have done, we've done for the we've done bank format, you can drop informal here. You can change the informal to, but let's do the last one and do the formatting together. So now let's do excluded. So let's do excluded. You've done excluded. Don't exclude it. So this excluded is too long. Let's just change financial here. What is the heading, the name that is there? So now what we need to do, let's click another measure again. Then click another measure again. Then let's drop this. Let's drop this. So we have this. So what we need to do now is this. We have all our cards available now. So this is we have excluded. So let's change. So now the excluded, let's turn it to percentage. Comes to when you click it, it will give you measure tools, other measure tools. You do the formatting. So if you have a question, you can be dropping it. I can see somebody already do a question. So yeah, the session recording will be uploaded. Okay. So for this one too, okay, let me. I've not reduced the. So for this one, yeah. So for the, is it not informal? Which one have you not done? For the informal, where is it? Not change it to percentage. So let's assume now we have this. So this one, we have this data here. So it depends on what we want to do now. Let's say we want to look at the, so now, let's now come into another thing. Let's look at this. That is bank. Let's look at by category. By price category. Financial, then put it here. Then let's put the total population. What is the total population that is financially banked? You can see that this is the population that is financially banked. You can see like this. You can see this is the population that is totally banked. But this shape, let's change this shape. Let's change it to maybe, let's reduce it to a level. So that let me reduce it to, it's too cold. Let me reduce it to 7. So 7. So we have this. So you can see the population that is banked. So let's look at this other one. Let's look at the banks. Let's look at this. Where is this? Let's drop this here. Let's drop this here. Then let's look at the total. What is the, let's drop the financial assets. Let's drop it. Let's drop the financial assets here. Let's do the total score here. You can see the financially excluded. Then let's drop the year. You financial inclusion by year. End of the year, let's drop it as a legend. But we've already filtered this. Let's make a provision for we having, okay, like we can, let's do this. So let's assume we can do this. You can see that this is financially excluded bank. You can see that over the year, if you look at the year comparison, you can see that the year that is financially excluded from 2018, 2010, it has been decreasing, and the population of people that are banked is improving. That's one of the things that the dashboard is trying to speak to. If you look at it here, if you look at this, you can see that that's one of the things the insight that we can get from the dashboard. So what other chart you can have here? Let's look at the other chart that we can still build around this dashboard. Let's look at the financial inclusion by year. Then look at this. Then look at this. Then look at financial inclusion. Then look at financial inclusion by year. Then look at percentage by year. Then total population. Sorry. Then look at this by year. So let's say, okay, don't have any insight on this. Let's look at the total population that we have. Let's do the total population here. So let's do the sorting by ascending order. You can see that the population grows. This is how the population has been growing. This is how the population has been growing. So this one will be affected by filter. So anything that we do by filter is what is affecting the top one here. This top one here will be affected by filter. So we can just look at, okay, you can change the color. You can change the color. Let's assume we want to select a year. We want to look at 2020. You can do this. You can do this. Let's assume we select this. You can select this like this. Then you can make this 20 this one, this card here. You can make it to only be affected by. You can do a selection whereby when you select this year, it's only affecting. Let me go to. So there is something we call fill. Okay, let's check. Okay, let's go to formats. All right, there's something they call edit. Let's go to edit interaction. So when we go to the, I don't know if you can see my screen because I've gone too far. Again, the network has hung. Let me. All right. Well, I was like, I'm not seeing the. All right. So if let's come to edit, you know that I can see what I need on a glance from this dashboard, but the card is not showing some of the card is giving me wrong figure. So I might just want to do something like, okay, this card, this financial assets here, this year should only be, I might not even need financial assets, but this year, let me say this year, I want it to only affect some starting data. I want this year to only, I don't want it to, no, it should not, okay, sorry. I want it to filter this. I don't want it to filter this. I don't want it to filter this. I don't want it to filter this. So what that means is that if I click on this one, it will not affect all this one. Let me think if I can see some. I hope we all get it. So what I just did now, this filter will only be affecting. This filter will only be affecting the top card. It will not be affecting the one on the bottom here. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I've done that. So I'll go back to format. I will check this so that the interaction will not be. So if I click on this now, it will not be affecting. It will not be affecting that. So I will make my selection to be single. So this selection I'm doing now is that I want to show that you know that the figure is showing over 100%, which is wrong. So I want it to be able to give me a real figure. So now let's do so we are done with the dashboard now. So here you can just put anything here. You can put anything you would like on this card here. So, but let me format this dashboard so that I can have time for question and answer. So let me go to the data, sorry, the column. So for the 2020, there's something I need to let us know. So let me make the 2020 to be very bold. So let me make 2018. So 2018 will be much lighter. Let me make it more lighter. Let's do this so that people can see that it's a pattern. Okay, I think this one is better. So let me use 2016 too. So 2016 will be following by that. Let's say we use this. We use this. So 20 this thing. So 2014 will be even more lighter than that. So you can see 2012, you can use, let's say, you use more lighter color. Let's say you use more lighter color. So 2020, let's look at one color that we can use. We can use one color. Let me use this color. So why this one? Why for this one we use? Let's look for more darker color. So then we know that the color is coming from pyramid of something like this. So let us do something like this. So for this score is showing 0 points. Let's change it to percentage. So let's rename this for percentage of. Let's rename. You can rename from here. Percentage of. Okay, percentage of population. So we have that. So this one, let's change the color of this one to something very, very simple. Let's change to something very simple. So let's change it to something very simple. So I see we have a dashboard now. So another thing you can just do is that you can look at some cards. You might want to add some card there. You can go to Inserts, download some image icon online. You can download some icon online to look for cards. Maybe you can look for different cards to use online that can help you. Let's say we have this. Yeah, you can look for card online. You can look for cards. You can look for card online. You can look for population. Okay. I think this one is good for population. You can use this one for population. Then use this one for this. 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 We're just trying to look at the one that we can use. Okay, let's use this one. Let's assume. Let's just assume some of this iPhone. That's how you build your dashboard. So you can do. But just pick anyone that resonates with the chart. So I don't see. Let me check informal. Let me just pick another one that I think we can manage. Let me just pick this. So kindly be dropping your question so that you can begin to answer them, because we are already done. You can be dropping your questions. So this one is just a formality to conversation. So you can be dropping your questions to the chat. So we have this. So I hope you can still hear me. So I hope you can all see this. So you have your comments. Hello, can you all hear me? Okay. So this is we have the dashboard here already. So let me check. So this is just like one of the ways to create a dashboard. So you can all unmute yourself if you want to speak. So this is just one of the ways. Then you save your work. You can save your work from the as you are working, so that you not lose your file. No Power BI will be saving it for you, but it is important. I think I picked a folder for this. Data BI challenge. Power BI challenge. So we can drop. You can all drop your comments so that we can begin to pick it up. So you can have saved it now. So you can publish it. You can go to online, click. You can publish it. So this is how to go about it. So we are going to be meeting. So we have another meeting coming up now. But this is how to work. So we all have access to it. So I'll be picking up the comment later, but we have another meeting coming up now. I just discovered that. But this is what we have now for this course class. All right. So thank you so much. I don't know if Omi is still on the call. So thank you so much for joining the call today. So I think
I'm still on the call.
All right. So okay. So guys, so we are going to be having conversation on our Google Classroom. So take care, guys.